Hello, everyone, and welcome to this conversation presented by White House Custom Color. So, Karen Marie, tell me, how are you doing? Is it a silly question to ask you how you're doing?
Well, professionally, I'm doing okay. I'm trying to maintain a positive outlook on everything. I'm trying to post more on social media because I'm really bad about doing that. I'm trying to just let my clients know that I'm here for them and that, everything's going to continue once everything's lifted. We've always been we work with maternity and newborn. So my studio, from being a labor and delivery nurse, has always been, I wouldn't say it's a sterile environment, but between Sammy and I, we keep everything really super clean. And even like the last few weeks we were here, we were wearing masks and just being a little bit more, letting our clients know that we're taking extra precautions. We had people trying to actually take our hand sanitizer from us from our studio.
Oh,
But it's okay. I mean, if we have more, we're happy to hand it out.
Go ahead and take it if you need it, right?
If you need it, totally. But personally, I'm having kind of a hard time with it. Like I can't watch the news. I don't, I need to, obviously, so I can keep up to date on some things, but there's so much negativity and I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff going on out there right now. So coming from the medical background that I have and then now into this, I the nurses and the doctors and everybody who are on the front lines of it, I feel really bad for them. Um, they're working so hard to try to make everybody well, and they're putting themselves at risk, putting their families at risk. So a huge thank you to them for everything that they're doing, and everybody else, grocery stores, everybody who's staying open. I mean, White House, everybody who's trying to help everything that's to keep going. Huge thank you to all of them.
You probably know a lot of people that are kind of on the front lines right now, don't you?
I do. Actually, a lot of my clientele, the moms are nurses. And so I've been reaching out to them, talking to them, asking if they may have masks. I know there's a couple vendors that do maternity or like newborn props, and they're trying to make mask covers. My mother-in-law works for a hardware store in Sonoma County, and so she's able to get a little bit of masks here and there. So I'm having her try to send some up to me so I can send them to some of my clients and just do what I can, little things.
Like you were talking about the news and how hard it is to watch the news, but yet it's kind of a necessary evil sometimes too.
Right.
With your friends that are kind of on the front line, what sense do you get from them with all of this going on?
Oh, one of them last night told me that she just prays every day that she doesn't bring it home to her husband and child, and that she's having to stay away from her parents and her grandparents, and it takes a toll. I mean, I'm having to do that too. My grandfather is in a care home, and so I can't go see him at all right now. And I have a family member who is in hospice right now. We can't go say goodbye. So there's a lot of things that this is affecting, but on the bright side of things, we do have technology. We are able to, like what you and I are doing right now, to be able to connect with people in a different way. And it's a whole different way of learning for us because we're so used to hugging and touching and being face to face, that this is just a little bit of a different way to be face to face.
What sort of business things are you doing pragmatically? You said you were keeping in touch with people and letting them know that you're here and that, we're still going to be here on the other side of this. But what does that look like on a daily basis for you?
So first of all, when we had to make the decision, well, actually the state made the decision for us that all non-essential businesses have to close. And we were getting, are we still getting our sessions done? Are we still going to be able to do them? And, it was hard to say no, unfortunately, because of it's not safe right now. And so some people are wanting their deposits back, totally understandable, but I'm trying to let them know that no matter if we're capturing their babies as newborns, as 6-month-olds, as 1-year-olds, however long this takes, we want to do it in a safe environment for them. We want to make sure that everybody's safe. I mean, we want to make sure that our clients are, that we're safe for our clients, But then also, like, somebody had mentioned it up to me, like, these people are coming to our studio as well, just coming from the hotspot, which is the hospital.
Yep.
They're nurses that, it's labor and delivery or postpartum or nursery or whatever. Their nurses could have been talking to the nurses in the hallway who are just dealing with a patient. So all of it right now, I think everybody just needs to listen, do what they need to do so that way we can get through this as fast as possible and get back to life, when we can, as normally as we can. So I am trying to keep a positive outlook for the clients, letting them know that, hey, we're here. If you need to talk about anything, if you're adamant about, like, you definitely want a newborn session and we can't provide it for you, or maternity, because obviously that's a time sensitive
Right.
thing. Yes, we will totally, this is not something that's, our fault, your fault, whatever, we'll refund your deposit. But I am really trying to make sure everybody understands that right now we may not be capturing this moment, but we'll be able to capture a beautiful moment for you whenever it happens, whenever it's safe. And, you'll always be able to go back and say, unfortunately, we weren't able to get those newborn pictures of you because of the worldwide pandemic. I mean, it's a huge thing. So I'm trying to keep it positive, trying to say we're still here, we're still working. I'm trying to get caught up on orders. I'm one of those that gets far behind quite often.
I get that. What are you doing anything that is kind of like on the to-do list that's been there for a long time? Like, do you have any of those things that, oh, I'll get to this someday, and now it's someday?
Yeah. So it's someday, and I'm revamping some policies and procedures for the studio. I am going through what I just did at imaging and revamping some of the things for my speaking. So that way I can condense it down to not talking all about maternity and newborn, but and the whole aspect of it,
Right.
but some broken down things.
Right.
And I'm also still trying to keep a creative outlet. Behind me, I have my flowers and I have my glue gun so to do that kind of stuff. But a big to do on my list was to spend time, and I keep saying, oh, it's going to happen. I'm going to be able to spend time with my kids. And when I when I'm set aside my time to work after I'm done, I make sure that my kids come and make dinner with me.
Mm.
My son, he is supposed to go to junior prom this month. He's not able to go. But it's okay because, we said that eventually maybe our school is going to try to do something later on.
Right.
It's whatever it is, it's going to happen. Being able to spend time with him before he goes off to college in a year and a half is a big thing. And so to get together that once, every night, make dinner together, have dinner together is a luxury right now for me. And in such a hard time, you try to find the little things that bring happiness, to you. The other thing I was going to say is that being able to go on other photographers' pages and give them likes on social media, going and writing a comment, just bringing our community together,
engaging.
Yeah. And I think that I see a lot more of that, and it's really inspiring.
There has been a lot of that. I've been enjoying not only partaking, because I usually don't as much, but watching the way other people are coming together too.
Yeah.
I wanted to circle back real quick to your kids, because it makes me think of my own again. But how are they doing? How are your kids doing?
So my son is like one of those who sits in the room and he studies for his SATs like big time, and he was studying so hard and those got canceled as well. So he, he's but he's still studying and he's still, doing all these things. He's like the 1 percenters, kind of those kids,
Yeah.
socially, a little socially awkward, but just very, very, very smart. I don't know where he got that from, but now my middle one, my 15-year-old, she doesn't understand why. It was the other day. Why can't I just go hang out and practice social distancing with my friends at the park? Why can't I do this? And I hate to use scare tactics, but I mean, I was like, well, look at all the people that just went at spring break.
Yep.
And a couple of them are getting sick now. Yep. So every couple days it has to be like hey, I know it's not fun right now, but you can connect with people. Thank God we have technology. I'm like, man, when I was, when I was young, we didn't have any of that.
I would have been on the phone like 99 99% of the day. Everybody would have just been on the phone.
Yeah, and we would have gotten in trouble because there's only one phone line.
Because there's
right?
only one line. Yeah, I would have been getting screamed at. Like, you got to get off the phone. What if a call comes through? Because this was even before call waiting.
Right?
Call waiting came out and the whole world changed.
Yes, it did. I remember. But my youngest, she's actually doing okay. We're trying to maintain, like, get up in the morning, do a little bit of exercise. We do go for a walk. We maintain our distance away from everybody else, but we have to get out and you can get some fresh air. So that's been a nice family thing to do too. And then I set aside my time to work. They do their schooling. I can't say it's like a perfect scenario because it's not every day, but we do our best. But they're doing okay.
What's your message for others right now that are obviously in the same boat, that don't know what to do or where to turn or how to handle this?
I think we're all in that same situation. Handle it as best as you can. I know there's going to be a lot of people, that might come out with some more anxiety. Me, one of them, from hearing everything. Just do what just honestly, just do what you can to keep your family close, keep your family safe. Everybody's trying to be, like, to be kind and or like Cinderella says, have courage and be kind.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably one of the biggest messages I can say. Be careful. There's a lot of people who are filling out a lot of forms online right now that are not accurate or real. Loan. There's a lot of stuff that, we're all looking for loans, trying to keep our businesses going, make sure it's a legit company.
Yeah, that's good advice.
That's a big one. I see things pop up all the time when I'm trying to fill out stuff. So, try to be as healthy as possible. Try to take your vitamins.
Yeah. My wife has vitamins set out for me on the table every day. I think she's terrified that I'm going to get this. And then she's like, did you take your vitamins? Did you take your vitamins?
That's me. I'm like, in the morning, even if the kids are in bed sleeping, I have a handful and, like, shove it in your mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all out.
Yeah. I've been into fitness in the past year and did my first competition last month. And I know I'm trying to maintain as much as I can with working out. And, that's my way of dealing with it, I think.
Here's an aside from somebody that likes to eat food that you probably don't eat. How do you do your diet during something like this? Like, because for me, the stress eating is real. And so for other people out there that, maybe there's a couple other people that stress eat, what are your tips on diet?
So, I was talking about this the other day with one of my trainers, and we were talking, and she said, right now it's not necessarily about becoming lean, it's about becoming healthy. So, eating your fruits, eating your vegetables, eating, your protein, keep your protein uptake, high. And so that's basically it. And there's nobody competing in competitions right now at all. There's no competitions going on. We just all have to try to eat to be healthy, and with stress eating, try to find things that are maybe not as, high in calories. Couple popcorn is really good. So you can have 3 cups of popcorn. It's like 100 calories or something like that. I don't know.
I don't think my popcorn's 100 calories. I put stuff on my popcorn. Let me ask you this, because this is my current goal, and somebody said this to me the other day, and I got inspiration from it. My goal is not to lose the 10 pounds that I normally would be trying to lose, but my goal is not to gain 10 pounds.
There you go.
If I can get through this and stay pretty even keel, I'll look at that as a victory. Do you think that's solid?
I think that's a huge victory. I think that's great. No,
I'm looking for anything.
I think people can maintain right now. I mean, that's the most we can do. There's no gyms to go to. Fitness equipment. I wish I had. Man, that's
right.
That's industry to be in right now, because you can't find any weights, anything that's backed up, which is killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was when they said they were closing the gym, I was there.
You were there when they closed it. You were there when they kicked you out. They physically push you out of the gym.
kind of get in that last workout, you know. And then, a whole another thing was that, I just signed that lease in Hawaii for
Oh,
my second studio. I signed that the beginning of March, and I'm supposed to go out there in April to go and start fixing it up.
so what
And
does that look like? You have to put all that on hold for now, right?
all on hold. You can't even get to Hawaii until
Right,
like mid-May.
right, right, right.
So,
Ah,
but yeah,
yeah.
but you know what? I'm still moving forward with it. I mean, it's done deal. I'm gonna have I want to do like a big photography retreat out there in October, November, if we're able to,
Right.
and have all of you guys come out there and shoot all the different elements that that island has to offer, and just have a good time. And
I like the
so I'm
sound of
still,
that.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We have a lot of good places to shoot out there.
It will be really nice to be in a situation like that where we can look back on this time and on one hand laugh and on one hand be relieved and on one hand be grateful, like all the different things that'll happen on the other side of this.
Yeah,
I appreciate your words of wisdom and encouragement, and I appreciate your time that you've given me to do this real quick.
I appreciate you guys asking me to do this. Thank you.
Have a great rest of the day, and you and your family stay safe and healthy, Karen Marie.
You as well.